Hey everybody, it's Leslie from the Tea Experience. Welcome to another Teacup Tuesday. Now I don't know about you, but here in New York it is sweltering. It is hot. I mean, not only is it hot, it is very, very humid and kind of sticky, kind of humid, where your clothes kind of stick to you and you feel like you got to change your clothes every couple of hours because it's so humid, or you have to live in air conditioning for a couple of hours at a time. So we're kind of hot here in New York. Not sure where everybody else is in the community, but drop a comment or something. Let me know where you are and what temperature it is where you are. And so that brings me to our featured tea this evening. Because it's a tried and true and the number one tea, whether it's hot or iced, by the community's purchases, I wanted to bring this tea back. It'll probably sound familiar to you, but this is a good time to enjoy the simple pleasures of Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes Tisane is the number one herbal tea sold here at the Tea Experience. And it's probably the number one sold for a couple of reasons. A, it's beautiful color. I mean, come on, you can't not want to taste this. And two, as an iced tea, it is probably one of the more fragrant and refreshing teas that we have available at the Tea Experience. And so, the Blue Eyes Tisane, again, is an herbal tea. It is blended with, blended with dried oranges, rosehips, hibiscus, pink color, apple. It is probably the sweetest tasting aromatic tea, one of the ones, but it's probably one of the most aromatic teas that we have available at the Tea Experience. And this herbal tea has a little bit of healthfulness to it because its base is hibiscus. And for those who may not know, hibiscus tea is a healthful tea for helping to lower or maintain a lower blood pressure. Got to drink a fair amount of it in order to reap that healthful benefit, but Blue Eyes would definitely help you do that because it just tastes so good. And so it is refreshing. It is fragrant. I don't know if you just saw me, but I just put a few drops of my liquid stevia and a couple of ice cubes in here. I brewed this tea cold. I cold brewed it in the refrigerator. And so I thought, let me just add a few more cubes of ice cubes to it and add a few drops of stevia. And so if you were going to brew this Blue Eyes tea hot and drink it hot, you would probably brew it, maybe, I put 2 teaspoons in here. 1 to 2 teaspoons in, 10, 12 ounces is what this is. And if you're going to brew it hot, I would brew it for 5 to 7 minutes in order to really get the good flavor out of the dried fruits. If you're going to brew it hot and then make it an iced tea, I would concentrate it. So 2 teaspoons. I wouldn't fill up the glass full of hot water. I'd probably maybe a quarter filled with hot water to concentrate the tea. Right? Brew it for the 5 to 7 minutes. I'd probably max it out at the 7 minutes. And then once it's cooled down, then I would add my ice cubes and cold water, or cold distilled or filtered water rather, to it as well. But so again, if you're going to do it hot, you can brew it hot, concentrate it, then add, your cold filtered water into the glass. But for me, if those of you are team cold brew, what I did was I added 2 teaspoons to my infuser. 2 teaspoons in that infuser. I filled the glass up with my cold filtered water, my little Brita filter in the refrigerator. Covered it up with the lid. Right? I'm trying not to make a mess. Covered it up with the lid and put it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours. Oops. All right? And so I just took it out so we can enjoy it together this evening for Teacup Tuesday. So it's been in the refrigerator for about 6 hours. Just took it out a few minutes ago. Plopped a few ice cubes in it. Added my stevia. And now I'm going to enjoy this wonderful Blue Eyes Tisane now. And probably another glass full come dinner time. And so 3 different ways that you can brew it. Either way, whichever way is easiest for you. It's just easier for me to put 2 teaspoons in the infuser, fill it up with some filtered water, stick it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and voila. But if you'd prefer to brew the tea hot, you certainly can do that, 5 to 7 minutes. But if you want to brew hot and then switch to cold, concentrate it first. 2 teaspoons with a little bit of water, hot water, let it cool down, and then put your ice cubes and your filtered cooled water in there. Whichever way you do it, you cannot go wrong with Blue Eyes Tisane. It is I have another one that's one of my favorites, but sometimes people always ask me what my favorite tea is, and I always answer it depends on the season and the weather, but this is probably one of my top 5s, hot or iced. But in the summertime, definitely one of my top 3 in the summertime for iced tea. And so I strongly recommend, if you haven't tried Blue Eyes Tisane yet, please do so. The link is down below, or you can go to the website, theteaexperienceny.com, and there you'll find in the Herbal tea section Blue Eyes Tisane, and there you can buy, however many ounces you'd like. 2 ounces, a 2-ounce can will get you about 16, 18 cups of tea if you're disciplined with the teaspoon. Which reminds me, for those who have tea leaves at home, don't forget that you can convert those tea leaves into iced tea, and it makes it a very affordable summer beverage. You can make a good pitcher of this for, less than $5, depending on the size of your pitcher. And you can actually convert a lot of these iced teas into punches. You can slice up some lemons or some oranges, some limes, some pineapple even. Maybe add some flavored seltzer, some flavored pineapple seltzer to it, just to give it a little bit more of a fizz, a soda-y kind of taste to it. There's so many things that you can do with iced tea, loose leaf tea, iced tea, because it's just so versatile. And it's really affordable. And so here's the Teacup Tuesday, everybody. Blue Eyes Tisane. It's an herbal tea that's blended with dried oranges, hibiscus, rosehips, and dried apples. You cannot go wrong with this beauty. Just the color alone would, at least for me, would entice me to kind of at least want to taste it. So I strongly recommend that if you're looking for a refreshing, fragrant iced tea that you can make for yourself, for the family, for the barbecue, for something that you volunteered to bring to the picnic, I would strongly suggest you give Blue Eyes Tisane a try. And so for those of you who actually have tried Blue Eyes, please post back, send me a comment, let me know what you think about Blue Eyes. Let me know what you've done with it, if you've made a punch or anything like that with it. I think we have, and I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure we have a recipe, an iced tea recipe that has Blue Eyes as the base of the recipe. But I'll take a look. If I find it, I'll definitely post it and share it with everybody. But anyway, so here's the Teacup Tuesday, everybody. By the way, there's still time if you're willing and able. The iced tea box, the Simplicity box, is still available. I definitely have enough tea to fill a couple of more Simplicity boxes for the iced tea. So if you're interested in purchasing the Simplicity iced tea box, please go ahead and do so. Go to the website, theteaexperienceny.com. In the iced tea box, you get 3 different types of tea. One of them being Blue Eyes Tisane. The other one is Wolfberry Melon, another herbal tea. And then the third tea that you get in the iced tea sampler box is Tropical Breeze, a black flavored, very tropically fruity kind of flavored black tea. So you can either go to the website and purchase just Blue Eyes Tisane, or you can go ahead and purchase or start your subscription with the Iced Tea Simplicity box. So thanks everybody for listening. Hope you enjoy your Blue Eyes Tisane. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And shall see you again probably next week for another Teacup Tuesday. Bye everybody. Take care.